Angelology and demonology are often underemphasized, especially in evangelical contexts. You'll see a lot in certain like charismatic circles, especially lots of curiosity about angels' interaction with our lives, but less about just the theology of angels. So angels raise all kinds of fascinating questions. If Einstein taught us that space and time are interwoven, then it's really interesting to ask questions about this that come up in the context of angelology. Like if angels are temporal creatures, what does that mean for their spatial existence? My interest in my work on this is to draw attention to how most Christians thought of angels as overseeing creation. They're not in some alternative realm. They're here. They're a part of the universe. I mean, if you want to get right into it, it's the C.S. Lewis quote from the Voyage of the Dawn Treader when somebody says a star is a ball of flaming gas, and he says, even in your world, that's not what it is. That's just what it's made of. And this is the classic way of thinking about angels and their oversight over the stars. It's pretty mystical, actually, if you get into it. My only point right now is not that you have to follow all of that. My point right now is just we need to talk about this theology more. This has been a huge part of the Christian tradition, and it's a huge part of Scripture. I mentioned Pseudo-Dionysius and Thomas Aquinas. There's definitely concerns among the Protestants that they go too far into speculation. I think those are valid concerns, but it's also valid to ask, where have some Protestants at least kind of overreacted in the other direction? If you read through Thomas Aquinas' Summa Theologica, he is spending a lot of energy on the doctrine of angels. You know, he says angels inhabit this universe as a part of God's creation. He says they have a stewardship role over material bodies like stars. He says that two angels cannot occupy the same place at the same time, and that one angel cannot occupy two places at the same time, and that the movement of an angel from one physical location to another takes time. It's not instantaneous. Angels can take on a physical body. You know, all these kinds of things. He's going on and on talking about the nature of angelic knowledge, the nature of angelic love. Now, whatever you think about all that, it's really worth engaging that. My experience is many Christians have just never thought about those questions at all. They're really interesting. They raise all kinds of important questions, and they're fascinating. Beyond that, I think the doctrine of angels should be comforting and nourishing to us. It's not the power of angels. It's the virtue of angels. You just think about, you know, in the book of Daniel, when they're comforting Daniel constantly and saying, oh, you have high regard, you know, fear not. It's amazing to think that the angels are loving and compassionate. The angels are not robots. I don't know why that strikes me so much, but it's a happy thought that God has these glorious, mighty servants doing his bidding all around us.